Before we get into this content, please make sure to like and subscribe.
Though I know I should be wary, still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose. Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
That's right, we're going to be taking a look at Beetlejuice for the NES. Beetlejuice is a side-scrolling action platformer based on the Tim Burton movie of the same name. Film stars Gina Davis, Catherine O'Hara, who will always be known as Kevin's mom, Alec Baldwin, Winona Ryder, and Batman himself, Michael Keaton.
Excuse me. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
The film centers around a deceased married couple who call upon the obnoxious and mischievous poltergeist Beetlejuice from the netherworld to scare away the new residents of their former home. It's got fantasy, comedy,
Hey, guy, come on. We're simpatico here. Look at us. We even shop at the same store. Hey, hermano.
horror, great special effects, and awesome music done by Danny Elfman. It's just an all-round classic. If you haven't seen it yet, then why are you watching this review? Go watch the damn movie,
Is Beetlejuice and the ghostly
bitch.
Yo, Gatorade me, bitch.
The movie was such a hit it spawned a cartoon show that ran for 4 seasons over the course of 3 years, a live-on-stage musical adaptation, and most recently a sequel film happening, with most of the original cast returning. Now, I know James Rolfe has covered this game a couple of times before as the angry video game nerd.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Let's see if this works. Let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose. Well, I have to say I like that you play as Beetlejuice, the
But I wanted to go more in depth, maybe even show more of the game. Let's find out. When you first turn the game on, you'll notice a very familiar name, Rare. Yup, that's right, this game was made by Rare, the same guys who brought us Battletoads and Double Dragon, Conker's Bad Fur Day, and GoldenEye, just to name a few. So, this game can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, and monkeys might fly out of my butt.
After that, you get the title screen with a pretty good picture of Beetlejuice and some catchy music. Now that's about the only good thing I'll say about this game.
It's showtime.
It's showtime. More like it's shit time. Why did they actually have him saying it in 8-bit? They did it with Bad Dudes.
I'm bad.
When you start the game, the first thing you will notice are the controls and how much they blow. They blow so bad they put $2 hookers to shame.
Get us what we need. Nuke me, baby.
The A button makes Beetlejuice jump. B makes him do a stomp attack. And the start button not only pauses the game, but brings up a menu. More on that later. Anyway, you immediately come across a locked door, a key on a cloud, and your first enemy. You would think to use that stomp attack, but no, that just makes you take a hit. What's the point of having an attack if you can't even use it? Jump over, get the key, and... bullshit! What a load of bullshit! I hit the bug and fell to my death. Each time you get hit, Beetlejuice's name will appear at the top of the screen, basically his name being called upon. Get hit 3 times and lose a life. Lose all 3 lives and you get to continue 3 times only. After that, back to the beginning. You can regain your hit points if you stomp on these smaller bugs, and there are extra lives you can pick up along the way, but that doesn't help with the difficulty. Let's try that again. Get the key, wait for the bug, and get to the locked door. Once inside, you'll find inside out umbrellas that are apparently lights that you have to turn off. I have never known a light that makes you explode when you touch it. Clouds that make you go up floors, a shark infested bathtub, and the handbook for the recently deceased. Halfway through the first level, you'll notice these holes in the ground that small bugs come out of. If you enter it, you are forced to face a few enemies inside before you can leave. whether it being a small bunch of whirly skulls, one giant flying ghost, or a weird skeleton head that throws its balls at you. Sometimes when you enter these rooms you will find a poison bottle. Collect it and get 450 points or help vouchers according to the game. Let's talk about the help vouchers. Remember that menu I mentioned that pops up when you hit the start button? Well, that is a menu where you can access some of Beetlejuice's scare abilities by going in these doors. In level 2 you can't really notice them as it looks like they are part of the background. You can only buy scares if you have enough help vouchers. The only way to check your help vouchers is in the store itself. In the first level the scares are always the same, either the Medusa head, Birdman or the skeleton. Later in the game you can get a two-headed man, ogre, umbrella head, a ghost and a snake man. So you buy the scares you want, kill a couple of beehives, then it's on to the first level boss. Some guy with a spray can. Is that supposed to be Otho? Whoever it is, he kicks your ass. To kill this boss and every boss in the game, you need to push him up against the far right wall. Easier said than done when he can basically kill you in a few hits. After that boss fight, you get the only cutscene that resembles the movie. Then it's off to level 2, the Storm Drains, which consists of more difficult platforming and anger-inducing enemy placements. Let's talk about the enemies. There's flies, cockroaches, whirly skulls, a ghost, octopi, a cavern monster, a floor shark, witch doctors, Delia's art statues, a pair of legs, spiders, frogs, and scorpions. At the end of level 2 you have to fight a guy throwing multiple footballs. Is it supposed to be one of the football players from the movie?
Coach, where's the men's room?
I'm not your coach. He survived.
Just use your ogre ability and take him out pretty easily. Now we are on level 3, the Dietz's house, and this is when the game can go fuck itself. The game changes to a top-down view level, where I think you're scaring the Dietzes out of the house and collecting a bunch of items, like the handbook for the recently deceased which I picked up in the beginning of the game, a hammer, a fire extinguisher, a spray can, a fly swatter, a rubber duck, a mouse, a wedding ring, and a pair of glasses. You collect these throwable bottles that you can use against the witch doctors, but good luck trying to hit them when your projectile bounces around the screen like a child would if they had a bunch of sugar for breakfast, or if they were the son of the mask. Throughout the level you will come across some characters from the movie. Barbara, who wants the handbook. Otho needs to be spray painted. Charles wants his rubber duck. Delia needs to be scared by a mouse. You need to give Lydia a wedding ring. And Adam his glasses. What happened to all the shit Beetlejuice did in the movie? Seriously, does this remind you of the movie? Notice that door coming after you? That's the door to Saturn, where the sandworm is. If you see that door, I would try and outrun it as quick as you can, because even if it slightly touches you, you have to face the sandworm. If you manage to make it past that dreaded house level, you move on to the graveyard. Now I remember that scene in the movie.
You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here! Nice fucking model!
If you have the Birdman scare, I would definitely use it here, as you can use his high jump to get past some of the tricky platforming in this level. Eventually you will come across a mausoleum type building, and find a box of chalk inside, which you need to access the final level. Shortly after, you come across the third boss. This one is the worst of all. You have to hit him in the face. It's hard when the scares don't last long and you get hit too easily with his long range electricity. I found the best scare to use is the umbrella head, as it has the longest range compared to the others. Back to the house. Thankfully, this area is pretty short. Just go into a few portals, kill the witch doctors, find the key, and access that last locked door. Finally, we are on the last stage, the afterlife. All you have to do is collect numbers 1 to 6, then reach the exit. Sounds easy, right? With the shitty controls, fucked up platforming, and the bouncing backwards bullshit, plus them goddamn enemies, makes this level the worst. This is the weirdest looking waiting room I have ever seen. The floors are all over the place, a bunch of bugs everywhere, even the messenger makes an appearance.
Maitland, proud of you two. Take the handbook and go to the 6th door.
Backwards bouncing bullshit. Why do a lot of 8-bit games have that? Even Castlevania has it, but that's still a great game. This on the other hand is no better than my mother's lactating nipples.
Bitty. Want Bitty now?
Come on, Harvey, you've had quite enough Bitty for one day.
Want Bitty?
Oh, all right then.
So I made it back to the final stage, have 2 continues and stocked up on extra scares, including the Birdman. Got this last number, jumped, thank fucking God. Finally, I did it. I beat Beetlejuice. It's the showman in me, you know. I can't help it, I make it look too easy. Fucking bullshit, it's easy, you lying polter prick. Well, I've got another booking, but before I go, just remember this. If you need your local bioexorcist, just call my name 3 times. Fuck that ending. Beetlejuice on the NES was horrible, with its awful controls, backwards bouncing fuckery, stupid enemies, and crappy level design makes this game probably one of the worst I have played.